All right, and we are alive. So let's start off like this. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Big Guilty Cigars podcast. And sometimes people don't need introductions. So if you watch my channel, you know who this guy right here to my left, I guess, is Mr. Tony, the soy sauce assassin, leader, founder, aka I call him Lord Barris, you know, Lord Ruler of the Shadow Smokes Legion, you know. And so last about 2 weeks ago, we went down to Miami, and all of that was worked out and planned by Tony and Brandon Wells. And Tony just does an amazing job of running the Shadow Smokes Legion. Um, he founded it in 2019. And so you guys see this right here is the logo of the Legion, which is pretty fire. You know, um, honestly, I'm truly grateful. I'm trying to find the best way to give Tony his flowers right now. Because listen, man, you earned this right here, man. Like the Legion is something special, it's something amazing, and everybody in the Legion is grateful for you. Oh, so Tony, if you want to talk about yourself a little bit.
Sure. Hi everyone. I'm Tony, the soy sauce assassin, the leader of the Shadows Works Legion. I've been on Innocence channel quite a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So for those people who didn't know me, hi. For those people who
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
know
So
me,
like, yeah,
hi again.
yeah, yeah. So like, if there wouldn't be a Big Guilty Cigar podcast without Tony, because one night, I'm there, and Six and Five broke up, and Tony's like, "Just do it, man." And I'm like, "I don't know, man." She's like, "No, we're doing it right now." I go, "What?" He
Right.
goes, he goes, We're shooting the first episode right now." So the first ever episode of the Big Guilty Cigars podcast has Tony on that episode. You know?
I can't handle procrastination. So so if you gotta say you gotta
At
do something,
all.
you gotta go do it right away,
Yeah, exactly. You know. So let me start off with this. Like, what was your what was your favorite experience at at Miami when we were down there?
My favorite experience. You know, every of the events are slightly different, yet the same, right? And I think
Mm-hmm.
the most important part of it is actually where everyone's together.
Yeah.
So the traveling, the everything, it's not that exciting, right? So
Yeah.
once you get there, you got to airport. The moment that I saw Eric come to pick me up, it starts, right? It starts from
Mm-hmm.
there, and then obviously, I think not the favorite moment, but like the most interesting moment will happen. Like the first day, we were not planning to meet anybody at all. We're just gonna take care of the missus, take him to food and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and visit Davidoff and take him to the mall. And what happened was that while we are on our way to the mall, the GPS decided to take us to everybody else. We had the GPS set to the mall, and we're like driving around like 15 minutes. I was like, what are we going? And then the GPS stops at
Uh-huh.
that street, at one street, and we stop like, this does not look like a mall,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the car in front of me, in front of us, stopped, and you see Josh and Mary walk out of the car. And like, what? No way! I thought they don't have time because like everybody's like, we're doing our own stuff. They come out. I thought they don't have time. We find a place to park. We walk right behind us. Like, oh, maybe it's this store. We walk right in. They're in there already talking. And we're like, okay, this place looks like where Albert and everybody else was like before. And next thing you know, they're probably out there across the street. When across the street, everybody meet up, just like that. Like The fate
That's awesome.
does not want us not be able to meet up for the first day. They want us to be
Yeah.
together, even if it's like for a few minutes. So okay, fine, we meet up and it was nice. And I think that was if you watch some of their reviews, that store is called Little Havana, which is a nice little
Mhm,
place. But you know, everyone meet up. The guy was nice. I think his name was Caesar.
mhm.
It
Yeah.
was
Caesar
that
was cool.
moment. That moment. Uh, all that stress of going around the planning and all that stuff go away, and
Hmm.
the switch just go click. It's party time. From that
Yeah.
moment, it's all fun from that point on, right? So that's
Hmm.
the most interesting. My favorite part of that event is when it starts, because once it starts, it doesn't stop.
Yeah.
You know, there are some people that say, "I want to go this, I want to go that." You know, there is certain someone that say, "Martin, we must hit this one place that might have people dancing around with moving garments and stuff
Hmm.
like that." But
No, I put
I
to that.
told this guy there is no way that's gonna happen because he ain't gonna have time,
Hmm.
right? Because that's the whole way everybody was
Yeah.
lounge. You don't have time. You don't have time.
You really don't. Like
The party itself was nice too. So
yeah.
not to say that wasn't one of my favorite part, but the things that every part is so good that I will say every part is kind of my favorite part. But the most interesting part was that when it starts,
Because you know what, like go like I feel like the week before you're kind of like, is this really gonna happen?
Yeah,
Am
yeah.
I is this am I really going to Miami? And then like once you're on the plane, and I feel like you don't really expect like know that it's real until you get to that spot and you see everybody.
I
And
was
I
so
remember
worried.
walking into yeah,
I was very worried about the weather because, like,
yeah,
I believe Lee just went by, Hurricane
yeah,
Lee just went by, and then I look at um, the weather is like rain, 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 rain. I was like, oh
yeah,
shit, that's gonna be bad. But then again, that's also how Miami is like.
yeah,
And keep in mind when we did the Arizona meet, and that was our first meet, which also take 2 years. We
yeah,
relocate the place like 3-4 times during
yeah,
that 2 years. We thought it was never gonna happen. And the day of when people finally got on the airplane, that's what really hit. Just like, oh, that this is happening. This is really going to happen. And I think those people who have already been through a couple
hmm,
knows that feeling well.
yeah,
And this is the same kind of feeling that we told all the new members.
yeah,
We're like, you're not gonna feel anything until the day of, and that
yeah,
the week before that, you gotta feel like it's forever. Time is
yeah.
moving so slow. You're sitting over here, you can feel the second ticking away. So
It's crazy because like I said, it didn't feel real until I got to Espinosa's factory, and everybody's there. Like James is there, and Quakes and Rick. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. Like Val, I'm like the people I talk to every day, and then it's like, and the thing to it, it's like it's not awkward. There's no awkward. It's just all. It's like hugs, you know.
oh yeah,
And and from that moment on, it was just like it was it was like, all right, it's party time.
right.
And you sit there, and the one thing that I really enjoyed was just really just being able to, you know, talk to the owners of, like, just like same on I love talking to the blenders and the owners of the shop because they always have stories, and when you meet them, you kind of, you get a personal connection with them and the brand, and you're like, man, I really, really, really like these guys, and I always tell people it's the same thing with me and Cuevas, like I wish I can get Lewis cigar in every single cigar shop in the world, because them and you're like, man, like the guy I know and I rooted for he did it.
I with that. Well, let's address a few things. Right. First of
Go
all,
for
um, that Espinosa was so last minute because we thought it was not gonna
it.
happen.
Yeah,
And Brendan pulled through. He's like, let's just go. We had
Yeah.
the keys. Let's just go. So
Yeah.
when Eric Espinosa showed up, it's like, why are you guys here? And he's like,
Yeah.
I told you we're coming. That was
Yeah.
fun. That was funny.
And
Talking to the vendors and the owners, and I think that's a very unique experience because
yeah.
you see them all the time, but when you see them in person, you get to have that conversation that's not
Yeah.
characterized, even though they are relatively the
Exactly.
same, right? But
Yeah.
that conversation behind the scene, it's one of those like this should never leave this conversation is Vegas. What's in
Yeah.
Vegas
Yeah.
stays in Vegas, right? And we have
Mhm.
really good conversations. And last thing, I understand that everybody was like, we gotta support Casa Cueva. We want Casa Cueva to be everywhere. I'm kind of slightly opposite on that.
Mm.
I want Casa Cueva to be in very selected stores. Reason
Mm.
being, the less other people have, the more we have.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Especially
true.
for like
So true.
Sangre Nueva. Now you can't get it for
Yeah.
another 2 years.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
there's too many people wants that cigars. Step aside. Let us have
Yeah.
it first.
Like and just being there in the and like actually and one of the things I was looking forward to when I was going down was meeting Hector Alfonso from Espinoza, because I had him on a podcast before, and I'm like, when I come down to Miami, like I'm gonna find a way to see you, and it was actually good to finally like see him and actually like meet him and talk to him in person. So to me, that was like really one of my favorite parts, and I think the other thing was is no like you hear stories and rumors about how many cigars you're gonna be smoking until you get there and you do it and you're like, damn, like like how many like me and Brian would be going back to the hotel and he'd be like, yo, I think I had like 10. I'm like, I've never smoked 10 cigars in one day before. Next day, how many cigars you smoke? I had to be at least 10 or 11 cigars today. And you don't even realize it because no matter what, when you're talking, anytime you're talking, you just light up another cigar. Light up another cigar. Let me grab another one. And it's just like one after another, and like before you know it, you don't have any taste buds left. Like the only thing you have time for is to eat and smoke,
Even
which
eating,
is
you
like
barely have time to eat. Even eating, you
exactly you
barely
barely
have time to eat. Yeah.
like you barely like
And
you
and
barely
here's
have
the
time
thing,
to
like
eat.
that's why we tell people to bring enough cigars, right? We
Yeah,
warn
yeah,
everybody. It's like you're gonna have 8 cigar days, 9 cigar days, and and
exactly.
and if you don't bring enough cigar, you gotta end up buying it. And
Yeah.
that's why we tell people load up your wallet before you go because you don't gotta be drinking. You're gotta be eating. You're gonna
Hmm.
be replenishing your cigars because the amount of cigar that you go through is half a box a day, right?
For
Five
real.
days later, you need to go home with at least 2 more boxes.
Yeah. And that was the craziest thing was just the amount of cigars that you go through, and and then on top of that, the amount of free cigars that we got.
And what's amazing is like
Like
if you smoke 2 cigar a day right now, maybe three, you probably feel like I'm full, I'm done, I'm
yeah,
getting sick. But at the event, you're talking with a bunch of friends and all that stuff. You can have 10 cigar and you won't feel us. You don't feel like I'm nicotine all the way up here. I'm feeling sick. I'm
exactly. Yeah.
turning green. I need to puke. No, when you go to an event of Shadow Smokes Legion, the only time you'll be puking is because you ate one of my eggs.
Oh my god! Why you got don't? Oh my god! For you to bring that up, oh, that was the worst thing ever. So Tony holds a challenge, and if you win, you get a challenge coin. But the challenge is you have to eat a century egg, and that was so I ate a piece of it. It was the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life. Like you want to talk about just hawking and throwing up? Oh, it was a nightmare. So I threw up. I took one bite and was puking my brains out. Then we had certain people who actually finished it,
Oh,
You
Boost,
know,
okay.
yeah. Mike actually went and finished it, and Quakes finished the salt. I think I would have did better on with the salty egg than the century
The
egg.
salty egg is actually a lot better than the century egg.
Yeah,
I don't know why people couldn't finish it. I think people got grossed out when the oil out of the egg came out, the juice
yeah,
came
yeah.
out. But there is natural oil in the eggs
Hmm.
when you boil them or when you cure them. Just like when you cook bacon, oil comes out.
Yeah,
So it's actually good. It's actually good stuff. When we look at that, any egg that has that kind of juice in there, that just means it's a good egg. Because
yeah,
a bad egg, you'll see something else come out. You'll see something else, different color. It wouldn't be orange. It'll be green.
hmm.
So to us, it's delicacy. To you it might not be, but to us, it's delicacy.
I don't understand how the hell that's a delicacy. That
But
surprises
here's the
me.
thing, though. Now your palate has tasted something that never tasted before. You have to improve your palate. The only way to improve a palate to eat or drink or smoke is by actually trying something that reminiscing of that flavor. And there is nothing more mineral, more metallic, more charred, more
Oh,
gunky than the century eggs yolk.
at all.
Like if you don't know how metallic tastes like, somebody saying I taste mineral, metallic, or even like a gunky earthiness. Go taste a century egg right away. You'll get what that is. There you taste this entire mineralness in the egg.
It was
But that just to keep in mind, that is my favorite, funniest moment of the entire trip. I didn't laugh this hard for a while. All right. That is
I'm happy I brought you joy, Tony.
that is the video that I
My
watched
misery
the most.
brought you.
I think I already watched that drill for about 50, 60 times.
Oh my god, that's awful.
It's funny as hell.
So Josh he has a picture of me, like when I was crying. So he has a picture of me crying from the egg and me throwing up. Like
Oh, we have
it was
video the
that bad.
entire thing.
Oh,
We had the video
like
from the
like
point that you
even
start, you peel all the
yeah,
way to in the end. You're like done, I'm done, throw it
yeah.
away. Yeah, we have that whole entire thing. Obviously, not only that, we also my team brought the spicy gummy bear challenge, and not
Mhm.
that should be illegal.
Well,
That should be illegal.
I think the spicy gummy bear was definitely easy. I think it was probably easier than the century egg. The only
No,
thing
it's
is,
not. And I can explain why. So that century egg, if you don't like it, you spit it out, you puke it out, and that's over with. You still
yeah,
have that little bit taste. You drink something that wipes it out, right?
yeah.
That gummy bear, if you don't like it, spit it out. You gotta deal with it for the next few hours. Still, it doesn't go away.
Wow. Like, know what the thing is from because like the gummy bear is hot. So like when you swallow it, you're gonna end up. You know what should have been a challenge was that second the white bottle of whiskey that you had. I mean not whiskey,
The white wine,
the white wine.
yeah,
Yes.
it's
You know.
it's not supposed to be an easy drink. It's not a
Hmm.
very popular drink. It's a collector's drink.
Yeah.
So it's got this really grainy taste to it, and that
Yeah.
grainy behind that there is this a little bit sourness to it,
Mm.
right? And that makes it like people who's not used to it, people who's not used to like fermented food or
Yeah.
something like that, they will feel gross.
Mm.
But people who are used to eat the things that we eat like kimchi, stinky tofu and stuff like that, that is delicacy. That is pure alcohol, right? And obviously it's for the previous generation, older
Yeah.
people who's in a suburb who like a couple shot, I'm drunk kind of thing.
Hmm.
They want that. That's why they drink those. It's not for normal drinking. That's why I have something I want to bring to people, and that improves your palate. Now you know exactly how
Oh my god. Yeah.
fermented hay tastes like.
You know what? I would, but the other one was actually pretty good.
Mm. So both the alcohol has the same base, right? It's all grain. So
Yeah.
they all give you that little bit sourness. But with the sesame, somehow people say it tastes like pineapple.
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
and well, obviously fruitiness kind of get you through that
Uh-huh.
grain a lot easier. But they're the same base. Just in the end, it was finishing with sesame. The other one is finished with more grain.
You know,
It's a huge price difference, by the way. That bottle of sesame is about $100. The white
okay.
bottle is about 30,000.
Oh, you know what? Like, so people were taking if it's 30,000, that right there a shot is like $1,000 shot, and they were sitting there just hawking it, just dying,
Well, that's the thing, though. Right? A
dying.
lot of people buy like a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle and never touch it. Same idea,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's collector's items only collectible if you don't open it. Once you open it, you know you had to finish it, right? So
Yeah,
and obviously in the end that drink went to Eric. Eric loved the bottle, took it with him. I thought you had to
yeah.
drink it because starting from that point, it's gotta get worse because more air, all the vapor, all the alcohol is gotta evaporate. It's just
Oh,
be
that's
simply water.
awful. Yeah, but Eric has that kind of stomach that can take it.
Oh yeah, he liked it. He was drinking
Oh,
it. So
oh my gosh!
very
Just think
Asian
about it
thing.
now. Yeah, and you know what? And that's one rule too, man. Like the Asians eating the century egg, was like
Josh
not
said he went to a restaurant, ate a century egg that's prepared as a dish, and he loved it. Obviously, raw material tastes different than when it's prepared,
prepared. Yeah,
right? So if I give you a piece of chicken that's just cooked, but not prepared, it tastes very different than a Jenna chicken,
yeah.
right? So this is kind of the idea. You know, it's delicacy, but not recommended to eat it as it is unless you got a stomach for it.
And then one thing I loved too was the part where everybody was able to show their Legion ring.
Oh yeah, which
That
is
right,
funny because when I first want to make it, nobody wanted it.
yeah, and everybody got. So speaking, I have to go get mine in a second, but it was like, just to feel that camaraderie of everybody having their ring, and then it's the jokes that we make online, you're actually making the same jokes in person to that person. So it's I wish more people would have came, because it's not like the Texas meet,
You know,
you know.
I could tell you if more people showed up, it will be even more hectic. Because think about it,
Yeah,
you only have so many hours a day, and you can
yeah,
only talk to so many people. So when
yeah,
you have more people, the group separation become bigger.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like if when we were at Lewis' place, we have one wooden table, we
yeah.
have a few chairs as one group, and then
Uh-huh.
I think the lady, Denise, and our lady has another
Yeah.
table.
Yeah, but yeah.
It's not just separate, right? So
Yeah.
when you have more people, you need another group of table. That's when you should separate more. So yeah, even though more people will show up, it's nice. But when you have an intimate sitting like that, I think between 15 to 20 people, that's actually a good number.
Yeah. And so speaking of that, we got these swag patches. The Miami 2020 swag patches that Tony made for us, which was fire.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, I have about 200 more of those. So if any Legion member wants more, I can, you can't just make 20. So
Yeah. I think I got something from Dallas too, from Josh, that I traded.
what did you trade?
Oh man, you know what? My Dallas coin, but I don't have it here, which sucks, but it's all right.
Oh, the Texas coin, the blue one.
Yeah, Texas coin.
It's a poker chip, actually.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I had to go back and make the Arizona one because,
yeah.
but then again, I'm debating on that because when
No,
we made
it
Arizona
costs
one,
too
we
much.
actually made a coin, like an actual coin.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
but
I would like to know which other group
yeah,
that have meeting like this gives away Oro Blancos.
for real. Which I won. So it's crazy. Which I won.
Oro Blancos. I think we're
And
the
and
only
and,
one.
and that TSA tried to steal from me. That motherfucker.
Well, good thing they didn't. I mean, that's
Yo, he was trying to open it, and I'm like, no, that's not the lighter. Oh well, I have to check it. No, you don't. It says Otto Blanco Davidoff cigar. I go, the box is right there with the lighter in it.
they just want to pick on you. I really feel that way. I
Yeah,
really feel
man.
like they try to pick on you because like I went through it, no issue. And there was a few times where I
Tony,
forgot my lighter in my bag and they still let it go through.
Tony, I went through with 3 other lighters.
They just need to take
I got
one.
the most important one on top of that.
Because why don't you just take the other one? Let them keep this one. This one doesn't like.
And one other thing too is, speaking of the lighter, sitting there talking to Ernesto Cadillo was really, that right there is, a moment that people would love to have, that honestly individual time with him. Because something like that, even though you have to schedule it, to have that one-on-one time and be able to pick his brain right then and there is, and in that intimate setting, and you could just see his reaction, and and how he was like, the process from then to now, to where now from the opening draw, the cigar has to be good now. When before people were more patient, where they were like, where people were more patient with cigars, and they say, all right, well, after the first third, the cigar is gonna get good. So I have to look out for the first third. Once the first third goes, then I can judge the cigar. Now it's from the light. Always it's from it's from the foot all the way to the tip.
And I'm glad that he have the same opinion as me because, like Val constantly make fun of me as two puff Tony.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm enjoying my time. I'm not gonna bother to wait for the cigar. The cigar should be waiting for me.
Well,
So I don't want to have to wait.
Well, yeah.
In fact, the first
But
third of the cigar should have the most intensive flavor of some sort that opens your palate, right? Why would you want to make the first third bad? Right? You want to make the first third very impressive. So when you're smoking it, like puff and go, wow. And that should be what it is. I don't know why people make the first third like, okay, it's starting out slow. It's just all pepper and nothing else. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? I didn't pay for 2/3 of a cigar. I paid for a whole entire cigar. That means I need to be able to enjoy the first third as well.
Well, I think that happens with a few cigars because, you were talking about the La Zona 10 and how spicy it was, but towards the middle, it kind of dies down. So at first you get like a big punch, and as you smoke it, that spice kind of fades.
There's a difference between that, right? So imagine you go to a restaurant, I give you an appetizer, let's say, some citrusy cucumber or something like that. Opens up your palate. That's very different than you go to a restaurant, first thing I hand you a whole pot of scorpion pepper. So even though, that will open your palate, but one of them is over the top and the other one's not. And then when you do that, you make your cigar a love or hate situation.
Yeah.
Right? Either people who cannot smoke it because it's so spicy in the beginning, or people who can. Now, when we talk to them, they say, you got to work your way up there. You got to learn your way to that. But you're telling me that I have to work my way up, which means until I'm ready, I'm not going to smoke your cigar then. And that could be a year, that could be 5, that could be 10, that could be forever. So I couldn't agree with that statement that you're going to learn your way there because you're such that particular cigar is such a peppery cigar that my nose just cannot handle it. Now I might have a more sensitive nose than some other people.
Yeah.
But if some other cigar are acceptable to me and this one wasn't, that just means that it might be too over the top. And that you start carving out selective people from your product. Right? Espinosa has this specialty of pepper. Every single one is peppery. Right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna attract pepper lovers.
Yeah.
But to have that punch right away before I even taste anything, I get that pepper. I actually think I should be the opposite. give me all the flavor first and introduce that pepper.
Well, you know,
And by the time I'm halfway through or third of the way through, I was second, third of the way through, my palate starts to get used to that flavor, right? Ramp it up. Have that most spicy part of it at the end. You ramp it up. I worked my way there. Right? If you're eating something spicy, you start with something really light and you keep going. And at the end, you're used to that spice. You wish there's something more spicy so that you can continue to taste. And I think that's my concept. And that's not necessarily correct, but for a chef that you're cooking, right? You make sure you introduce something that's flavor savory first instead of something that's gonna
be
kill your taste bud.
Yeah, and I think you know, like with the patrimonial, with the Legion patrimonial, it started off really like in my description of it, I said it was like a sweet cedar. It reminded me of a Cuban cigar. And then towards the end of it, towards the middle and the end of it, you started getting more and more spice towards the back end of it.
And that sweet cedar part, I think, is the is majority from that the Honduras tobacco in there.
Yeah,
It's going to have that sweet cedar flavor, which I love. I mean, that cigar was a complete success. Like, you know, for those people who didn't know, when they were blending it, they were smoking it. I think the senior Cuevas was Cuevas senior. He was smoking it, and he looked at Lewis. I think he also looked at, you know, Brendan. He's like, "Why are we doing this for you again?" Because it's so good.
Yeah,
that, you know, they could have released it as a regular production and it was out, right? So when they ended up making it exclusive for us, they're like, "Why are we doing this? Like, did we just shut ourselves in the foot for this?"
Yeah, exactly. Now you know what you should put a like a clause in it to say, all right, after a year and a half, you guys can release it normally in this size.
No, because if that's that good, and I think if we are able to produce more in the future, we have a plan to revamp it with better packaging, more collectability with a good cigar. But I mean, obviously, that's a thought for now. But you know, obviously, this time we were focusing on getting the cigar to our hands.
Yeah,
not necessarily so much about packaging. But if we can redo it again with enough time, you will be able to see a limited edition decked out bands on it.
Wow. All right, Tony, like, give me a second. I'm gonna go get my ring, and if you want, you can entertain the people. You know, well, you know what? You can tell the people what you bought at Davidoff, Miami.
I don't have it here, but yeah, you know, hey guys, Tony the soysauce assassin. It's not my channel, but that's okay. Hey Eric, I think you're late. But yeah, while we're here, let's you know, while he's not here, let's talk about just let's advertise the Legion a little bit. For those people who's watching this, who is a fan of Big Guilty Cigar, you know that Anderson is part of Shadow Smoke's Legion. And for those people who are asking how to join Shadow Smoke's Legion, all you have to do is ask him to give you guys an invite. You know, find someone to give you an invite, then you can have a chance to join Shadow Smoke's Legion. Now, our Legion is not, I would say, kind of different than other particular group online. It's not like, hey, I'm gonna go on there, post picture every day. Our group actually requires you to get to know the members, to be active, to talk to people, to hang out. We do have Discord hangouts that, you know, during the day we'll have a few people chatting in a video chat room. During the night, usually at this time, Eric, Martin, me, we'll all be sitting at a virtual video room where we'll be chatting and smoking and talk about what we're doing. Majority of the time, we record our, you know, everybody records their video at a different time. Eric and I usually record at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So this is usually the time where I record stuff. And well, obviously, Innocent decided to go, hey, can you join me? on my live podcast today? I said, of course, because I can talk all night. And so I'm very glad to be here to chat with everybody. And now that he's back with like a whole handful of swag.
Yeah. So we were talking about the Cuevas and the so this is the case
Still
for
upside
the
down.
ring.
Still upside down.
And this right here is the Legion ring. If you guys can see it, it has the logo inside the ring, and we got ashtrays that already used, as you guys can see.
Here's my Legion ring, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, yours is different. Yours is like the Lord Ruler ring.
That's right.
Like,
Anderson kissed the ring.
Exactly. So Luis Cuevas went in when we met him. He signed our box, and these are the special. Drop that right there. But you can't see the Cuevas band because of my
There we
light.
go. Cuevas band.
Yo, shut up, Eric.
I can't see what he said, so maybe I could. Maybe I could. Oh, I can see it now.
Yeah,
I can see it now.
Yeah, and this was also signed by Ernie Cadillo. So
I feel like I probably represented myself in a very negative way with EP Carrillo.
No, I know what. No, you know what? Honestly, I feel like you gave very, very good ideas.
Yeah, I wanted to give them like why, right? Like because first thing I sit down is I tell them what they did wrong. Because I don't feel like there's enough opportunity, right? There's not enough opportunity to give that kind of feedback to the cigar makers, because a lot of time you might post email, you might send an email, you might talk to the rep. That information might never get to the owner.
Yeah.
So if you're talking to the owner, you give them straight what I feel was wrong, what bothered me about your cigar, and they just might fix.
But I do feel like all the information you gave was solid stuff, and also too, it gave them a look into the Asian culture because they do special stuff for Asia, and for them to get that, because it's certain stuff that they didn't know, and you kind of filled them in, was like, no, so this means this means that, and they could take that information and add it to their pouch. So this is what they know for future stuff.
And they told me that they did hire a consultant to do that stuff, but at the same time I told them I'm not surprised the guy didn't know. I'm not surprised, because with the way the education and all that stuff right now in China, a lot of people don't know a lot of history about China. A lot of people don't know how many dynasty we have, who's the emperor, what happened, what is the most important dynasties, religion, culture. We don't have that anymore. Like right now, currently, China is no longer following a Confucius or Lao Tzu kind of style of teaching anymore. There's not a lot of manner. There's not a lot of ethics. It's just wrong. So, but people who are looking for something like that, when they're looking for a product, when they're looking for something made specifically for China, they want to have that cultural element to be correct. So yeah, I feel like it's a good time to give it to them. It's like, there you go. There's all the information for free. There you go.
Yeah. Hey, can you do me a favor, Tony?
Mm-hmm.
Can you yell at Eric real quick? So this way this way it's not just the host yelling at his guest. It's also the guest yelling at a viewer.
Sure, of course. Shut up, Eric.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. But I think the best thing was Lizette was she wanted to know our opinions as the consumers, like how they felt about their bands, how they felt about because it's not very often that you can actually sit down and have an intimate conversation with your consumers. And she was able to like take feedback and say, okay, all right, I understand that, and who made the comment about the platinum band on the mystery pack?
I did.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah,
You're
you
talking
maybe
about
maybe
where
we're
I
maybe,
say it's like, it's
yeah,
like
maybe we're
supplement,
a little
it's
critical.
like suggestion. You kind of hinted which one's gonna win. That's not, yeah,
Yeah.
that conversation is me too.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I seen
See,
that.
it's very like, they were like, I don't ever want to talk to Tony again.
But you know, and the funny thing is that I'm pretty sure, because I was saying like, how do you top this one? And you're like, oh, don't worry about it. The next one is going to be even better. I and at the same time, I think the only difference is going to be this the fact that you know, like I think what really made the trip was just us meeting the blenders. Really made it help the trip out. And I think on the next one it's going to be maybe a little different just because of the fact that we're not going to meet as many blenders, but it's going to be just more time together smoking together. And
No, actually, no. So here's the funny part. Right before the event, I think it was 2 or 3 days of the event,
mm-hmm.
I was talking to Brenda. I was like, I'm so tired of this shit. Maybe we
Yeah.
should not ever, ever do another meet like this. Because it's a lot of work to put it together, and at the end,
Yeah.
there's some people that couldn't make it and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and then changes the dynamic of things. And I was kind of like, I'm tired. I want to do something,
Mm-hmm.
like, I have other things to do. I just don't have time for every single thing like this. It
Yeah.
takes 2 years to make something
Yeah.
happen,
Yeah.
right? So, and then Brendan's like, I agree. I'm tired of this shit too. This is a lot of work. Keep calling like, hey, do we have do we have everything ready? Is it confirmed? Yes. And Luis Cueva literally got the cigar for the event a day before the event or 2 days before the event. They
Wow.
almost didn't make it.
Wow.
Right. So like this is a lot of things to put together. Now, when you say how we gotta beat the previous one, I thought when we did the Arizona one, I thought nothing's ever gonna beat that up.
Yeah.
Nothing was gonna beat that. And at Arizona, I remember before it ends, we're like, how we gotta beat that? Right? All right. And then we had the Texas one, which is kind of small. It's still fun. I say it's different. Wouldn't say that beat the Arizona one, just it's different. And then this one happens. Like, holy shit. All right, that beat them out of the water. Easy. Ate it for breakfast. But for those people who didn't know, we got invited to Dominican Republic to their
Yep.
private party. I'm not gonna say who, but we got
Yeah.
invited. So that means instead of meeting the
Which is
blenders,
insane.
you gotta meet the blender, the owner, the roller, the people that's packaging, the
Yeah.
people that's putting the band, everybody.
Everybody, which is insane.
So you're gonna ask me if the next one's gonna beat it? Oh yeah, we'll beat it easily.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Now the problem is,
Oh,
it's even more logistics.
yeah. You really. Yeah.
I just found out there's like literally no regular hotels near that place.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. We had to rent a house. We had to fly there. We might have to fly together, gather up in Miami, and fly down.
Yeah.
It's a lot of logistics, and that's one of them. The other one we're planning is to go to Germany
Germany.
to experience Europe and smoke cigars there. And by finally, for those people who had never tried Cuban, that's all they have. Okay, all they have, Cubans. All right. So if you tell me that, are we gonna easily beat this one? Well, I think that when you have a bunch of people that never, well, I think majority of people that went has already tried Cubans, but few people that never had Cuban and just went to a shop, opened the door, all they see is Cuban. I think that would just blow their mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Blow their mind. So you when you ask me, are we gonna be able to beat that one the next couple? Yeah, I think we will be. I think we will be. It's just how and when.
How we gonna
And
get
wouldn't
there?
it be really funny if we have a different cigar showing up, waiting for us right at the hour when we arrive?
That would be insane. That would be crazy.
Right? So, is everything in the works?
You
Well,
know
we
what?
start.
So how about I throw out an idea? So how about instead of you know what? I'll tell you offline. I'll tell you offline. I have a
Okay.
crazy idea. I got a crazy idea. So but to Quakes and why you here, Quakes? Like why you here? Like you didn't know you were banned from my podcast, Quakes? Like you don't have people to harass right now.
He's
But
helping you keeping Eric in check.
yeah.
First thing he asks is what's going on, Eric? Right? He's
Yeah,
keeping Eric in check.
yeah,
But yeah, the meet was good, and I'm glad that a lot of new members actually get
yeah,
to
sure,
attend
yeah.
because we
It's
already have that experience. And what better than having that experience again, but with the people that we have not yet meet
yeah,
physically?
yeah,
Because we talk all the
exactly.
time. I mean, we're talking all the
Yeah,
time. I mean, I've seen Innocent many times, Brian many times.
yeah,
I see Quake before, but I have not seen Rick, and Rick has not seen you guys physically, right?
yeah.
And that moment
Now
that
you
you
you,
met,
you
it's
met
like,
you met Rick one time before.
oh, I did say Rick. I didn't mention
Oh,
Rick.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I met Rick 3-4 times now. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I thought you met. Oh yeah. Because we went to Boston.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was because of the Boston then you came and then you and Brian came out to Jersey.
Yeah. I go to New York all the time, go to Jersey all the
Yeah.
time, and then also
Uh-huh.
we went to Philadelphia too, right? So I mean
Yeah.
Pennsylvania.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we all try to meet each other, but like when you go and meet up, have the new people meet up, it's a different dynamic. It makes the bond even stronger.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel personally,
Yeah.
and what better to give shit to their face versus give it over on the screen.
You know what? I would say this. I want to give a shout out to Quakes to pull off, like to be able to say, "Hey, honey, let's go to Miami this weekend." Or at this date right here. And then he goes, "Well, we're going to Miami, but I got a couple friends that are going down there too. Do you mind if I sneak off?" You
But
know,
he still did leave early to have dinner and stuff.
yeah. So shout outs to Quakes for pulling off the mastermind performance.
But
I didn't
hey,
think I didn't think you would I didn't think you were that smart, Quakes.
and I learned, right? I learned if I'm the one that's distributing the cigars, quick, you don't get to have the last
Uh-huh.
box,
Mm,
right? Gotta learn and
yeah,
work it from there. Work it from there. But
yeah.
it's really nice to meet everybody.
You
Um,
know,
doesn't matter location really.
yeah. I think having both every having Albert and James in the same place, was so cool.
They
And
are
the
super
original
cool, but
plan,
I
I
can
really
only handle them maybe 10 minutes at a time. This is why you guys are over there at that table. I will walk over to that table for like 10 minutes and walk off because I can only deal with about 15 dad jokes at any given time.
one thing that I really loved also was the fact that I love the fact that the people that are normally on, you know, are people that are normally on are the ones that showed up, which was pretty cool. Yeah, so you
Well,
know,
you still have a handful of people that you haven't met,
yeah,
and
a
obviously there's
handful.
still it's still I'm pretty sure there's gotta be a few more herfs before the next meet.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
based on what is going on right now, if you go to the Germany one, you definitely meet somebody like Hashi. He's definitely going.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
going. So
yeah. I
unfortunately, we
know.
didn't get
I
to.
would have loved. I would have loved to meet Hashi.
Yeah,
So,
unfortunately, we didn't have Yazzer,
so, so
which I made a few
Yeah,
times, but I
I
don't
know.
think anybody else made them. So
No. We have a question about Casa Cueva cigars, and he says, how are those cigars? And to me, they're amazing. My favorite is the Patrimonio. My second favorite is the Sangre Nueva, and then the Maduro Reserva, and then a Habano.
now, if you want to compare those Casa Cuevas, obviously the core lines are good to
Uh huh.
start. Like you kind of figure out which one you like better. But I personally love the Reserva. So the Reserva Natural, Reserva Maduro,
Yeah,
I
are
think
really good.
beats the core line out of the water easily.
Yeah.
It's only a few
Hmm.
dollar more, so it's not crazy, but I think the quality is at least 2 or 3 times better. Okay. Now, when it comes to the other part of their offerings, now we're talking about the patrimonials. Now,
Yeah.
when we first have the Arizona meet, Patrimonio was released with us. I don't, it's technically a release party. Um, we had the Robusto Gordo, and we have
Yep.
the Toro. And I love the cigar, but the cigar is way too strong for me.
Mm.
And the gauge is huge. So they're Gordo, they're big, right? So I have 2 boxes of those, but I don't usually smoke them.
Mm.
But and this is why where when we went to the box press, everything I feel like all my problem with that cigar fixed. I
Yeah.
can smoke that any
Yeah.
day. I've been smoking it every day.
Yeah.
So like the reason I'm not
Well,
smoking it right
well,
now is because I already had one earlier today.
you have like 60, so you can afford that. I kind of have to. I have a box put to the side for me. Well, a bundle put to the side for me. But I cherish my patrimonials. I still have like I still have like 10. I still have like 10 left. But the funny thing about Casa Cuevas is I give out so many because I just want people to try them. I give out so many of my Casa. I probably given out maybe 40% of my Casa Cuevas that I have because I just want people. I just want to get them in people's hands.
I really like their prensados, the box
Yeah,
price stuff.
yeah.
I remember at
Oh,
Arizona
and
meet,
the
they
yeah,
had somebody hold a stick of the newer prensado with a double band. At
yeah.
first, it was not double band, and at the time of the party, it started to get double banded. And I saw it, and I was like, "What is this? I must have it." And I smoked one. I was like, "Whoa, this thing is good."
Mhm.
And at that point,
Yeah,
you kind of understand that their cigar somehow is better in the box press.
yeah.
Like and whatever problem that I have with their box press, is pretty much fixed. So when we get to make this in a box press, when we get to make the patrimonial in box press, I was excited. I was like, that's gonna fix all my problem. It's gonna be smooth. It's gonna give me the same flavor. It's not gonna have as much strength. I can do this. And then when I smoke this, oh my god, oh my god. So yeah, right now my favorite three, or actually favorite four, it will be the Casa Cuevas, Reservas, Natural, Maduro, and box press, so prensado Maduro, and the patrimonial in box press pensado. These are the
Mm.
four favorite ones, and I can smoke those all day long, any time of the day. It's not gonna kill me. But if you tell me to go smoke a La Matoria or the original patrimonial, that will put me to bed.
Mm.
That will put me to bed, right? And Sangre Nueva is something different. I think Sangre Nueva is one of those, like if you usually drink Coke, once in a while you want to drink a Dr. Pepper kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's really
You know,
good, but that thing I bought it in the double perfecto
yeah. That's
because that
yeah.
size is sexy. That size is so sexy. However they made it, in the box, it just looks so sexy. And but for me to smoke through that is 2 hours.
You know what? I would honestly, it's funny because I like it better in the Toro size than the Perfecto.
Now the Toro size is probably more concentrated in some way,
Yeah.
but the perfecto gives me a good feeling holding that cigar. So
Mm.
that's a plus for me, right? you're smoking a cigar that has a presence. It looks good, because you wouldn't want to smoke a cigar that looks like crap. Somebody just basically
Yeah.
roll it like a rat tail. You wouldn't want to smoke that. You want to smoke a cigar that is nicely rolled. It looks nice and stuff like that. That makes you feel like you're smoking a really nice cigar, even if the cigar is just maybe a little less than the other, right? The flavor
Mhm.
and yeah, the flavor between the two obviously a slight different, right? But slight different. When you ask me which one I'm gonna hold and then get a plus of that feeling, I want that double perfecto because I smoke a lot of Davidoff, right? And
Mhm.
Davidoff has a lot of perfecto sizes cigars, but they released this Winston Churchill late hour, I think it's late hour, um, in perfecto size. That perfecto was fat and big. It
Mhm.
has that presence when you hold it. I love that cigar so much. When I hold it, just holding it made me feel good. So I think that size has an influence in whether or not I like a cigar before I lit it up.
So I would say, so now that we spoke about Casa Cuevas, we could talk about EPC.
Mhm.
And so, out of their line, what was your favorites? If
Hands
you could rank
down, Pleasure of the Legion.
them. Okay.
Yeah, Pleasure of a Legion. That is definitely hands down the best one I've smoked so far in their line.
Mm.
Because that one I actually like. That cigar is not cheap. It's $20 a stick,
Mm-hmm.
right? But when I smoked it, I was like, "That's worth $20. It tastes
It
great.
is.
I will buy more." Right? Um, when it comes to Pledge, I bought 2 boxes of Pledge when it first came out. It was good. It's impressive, but it didn't impress me as much as the Pleasure of the Legion.
You know,
So
I would say, when his name was Brian, right? The
David,
the
you mean?
David. I think the one thing that really caught me was when David said with the patrimonio, you can't that he says that's one cigar you can't smoke back to back patrimonio. I mean, pledges. He
Pledge.
says a pledge. The pledge is a cigar that you have to smoke once, go away from it, and come back to it.
Yeah,
You know, and he was
because
like,
it engulfed your palate. It has
yes,
a lot of dark notes that will engulf
hmm
your palate.
yeah, yeah,
So you smoke the first one, you're impressed. Second one, you're like, am I smoking the same cigar? Because your
mhm,
palate got used to it.
yeah,
The second one tastes significantly less than the
hmm
first one. It's not saying that they don't have any other good cigar, right? Because they have the Encore, they
hmm
have the La Historia. All those cigars are pretty good, but those feel to me like an everyday cigar compared
yeah,
to like the Legion, Pledge of Allegiance, that gives you that really satisfying feeling. If I
yes,
smoke an Encore, I need to smoke another cigar after that.
yeah.
But if I
You know,
smoke the Pledge of the Legion, I I don't feel like I need another cigar immediately after that.
so I went and I smoked the a squirrel, and he said that that's one cigar that he really liked and he thought was going to do really well, and it didn't do as well as he thought. And I smoked it. And I was like, this is amazing. And the price point for 850, you can't beat it. And I'm like, for 850, this is an amazing cigar. The squirrel.
I think it's because the price range. At 850, that's a range of cigars that you can buy. A huge range.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
hmm
small range, right? A huge
Yeah.
range. And in some
hmm
cases, you can buy 2 or 3 cigars.
Yeah.
So, when you have a price range that you have a lot to choose from, then you have to decide which one you're choosing from,
Yeah.
right? For example, if you go out to Davidoff and you're like, my budget $600, there's not a lot to choose from. You just either you get 6 Royals or you get, you know, Oro Blanco, right?
Mm.
But once you drop down to $18 range, well, holy shit, now all of a sudden you got a lot of cigars to choose from. So
Yeah.
when you're dropping down to an 850 range, and then not to mention you say it was Oscuro, right?
hmm
Now you have to decide: do I want to get a relatively heavy cigar, or do I want to get a cigar that I don't have to take that risk,
Yeah.
right? You can go with the AJ, you can go with any of the Olivas, that price range, Ashton.
Yeah.
You have a lot of things that you can choose from. And when you have a lot of things to choose from, it's like going to a restaurant with like 15 pages on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
You start to debate. You don't automatically go to the best thing or most interesting. You go to the one that you know already. You smoked it before. It's safe.
Mm-hmm. And the other one that and we all asked about we asked about the inch while we were there, and we was like, why is the ring gauge so big? And his explanation for it was pretty interesting, because he said that if any smaller, the blend wasn't good.
And that has to
And
do with the ratio that they blend out, right? Because when
yeah,
you need that much flavor and different thing, you only have so much space to put that,
yeah. Well, you
right?
know what the thing
So
too, and the retro hell on an inch is a motherfucker.
inch scares me. I can tell
It,
you that for sure. Inch
it,
scares me. It's a big
it
cigar.
it's a big cigar, and it's spicy, and that retro will just punch you right in the nose.
I only so far bought ever about 3-inch cigars. One of them
Yeah,
came in my humidor.
I bought around the same. I bought around the same. I smoked like three of them, and every time that I'm like, this is crazy. But also, and the crazy thing is the inch is a re-release from something that he came out with earlier, and he re-released it.
Hmm. And
You know,
obviously there's what was it, 2 or 3 kind of inch, so it's not like just one kind. It, it's good thing to challenge your friends to do it. Hey, so here's an inch, go at it. And
yeah.
it's not like a punishment because he does taste good. So
Well, like what? No, it'd be very interesting if for somebody to do the inch for a two cigar challenge.
I don't think that's gonna kill them as much as you think.
Mm,
It would just take a long time to do it, but I don't think that's gonna hurt them as much as like having a
mhm.
you know 2 woodies or two
Yeah,
660
yeah.
flathead, that kind of stuff, like really heavy
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah,
double triple maduros. I mean, not double triple lajeros, that thing that were like you're getting more nicotine than flavor, because it does have flavor.
yeah.
So you might be able to get it through easier
Mhm.
than something that has no flavor, just strength.
Uh, hey Eric, don't make me put you in the James category for your palate, okay? Like you don't want to go to timeout.
Now let me help you out. Eric, what do you know about inch?
Like, and for me, like, my ranking on the for and I wish I would have brought this up when I was there. I really like the new wave. I really like the new wave Reserva, and I'm mad at myself for not bringing that up, because I'm pretty sure I'm pretty I'm pretty sure he probably feels like it was underrated, but to me it's a really good cigar. The new wave.
It's not a bad cigar,
It isn't, and it's not,
but
and it's not.
it wouldn't be my top 25 if you
No,
ask me.
nowhere near. You know what? I would say this for a budget, well, not budget, but for a cheaper cigar for what it is, it's very good for its price range.
Sure. But then
Um,
again, there's
um,
a lot of choices in that price
a
range.
lot of stuff, yeah. And you know what the thing is too is that it doesn't have the normal EPC spice punch to it.
I actually think the EPC spice is not that bad. It's very acceptable to me. I don't have any
Mm,
problem with the EPC's I think pepper taste profile.
mm.
Mostly I had with
Well,
Espinosa, so
I think the difference with them is that it's not a pepper bomb.
it's not.
So when you're dealing with certain brands, as far as maybe an AJ, when you smoke an AJ, you're getting a pepper bomb. And to me, it kind of messes up the experience, to where if you're trying to smoke it to get notes, it's very hard, because you kind of have to sift through that pepper, and then and then kind of try to get whatever flavor notes that they're trying to have you get through it. Because with even with the New Old Cameroon, which is like one of my favorites, that's one of my favorite cigars. You like you'll never be able to get something like with a Casa Cuevas Patrimony as far as the nougat note, or even with the passion, but that I talk about a lot. Like you get like with that one right there, you get like a nice cinnamon type of nougat note with that one. And I feel like with AJ cigars, there's so much pepper that you really can't get that with that.
I don't know if I can agree with that. I never had problem with AJ's pepper either.
No, it's not the pepper, but I'm talking about like if you're trying to get let's just say you're like, besides just getting pepper and cedar, besides getting pepper and cedar, you're trying to get, maybe some I would say like you're looking for notes of like dark chocolate, stuff like that.
I actually talked about this in my review today, and what I figure I can share with you guys too.
Yeah.
So when I smoke a cigar in the very beginning, I would do 4 sets of puffs. Okay. Now that 4 sets of puff will tell me what the initial notes is gonna be, regardless what it is, because I think that makes a difference. Is that the speed of your puff? I'll take a really quick puff and I'll puff it out really quickly. So I'll exhale really quickly, let the smoke out. So quick in, quick out, right? That will give me certain type of notes. And I will do another really quick puff, and I'll do very slow exhale. And that will give me some of the underlining notes that I missed in the first one, right? And then I'll do a slow draw, but puff out really quickly. That's going to give me another set of notes. And then you do another one, the slow one, where you just open your mouth and let the smoke to go out. You're going to get the rest of it. So if you cannot get that in the first third with that technique, whatever that's not there is not there. And this is why I think sometimes I burn my nose to craziness, because I took a really quick puff and I forced it out of my nose, and all the pepper just kills me. Yeah. But I feel like that's my way of getting all the notes I need to tell people about, without having the repetitive just puff and puff, hoping something will show up.
It's and so I would say one other thing too. It was kind of a sad day for me the other day, because I smoked the 601 Oscuro, and it wasn't as good as I remembered. But at the same time, I think I smoked so many other Espinosa cigars that the Oscuro kind of got beat up, and other cigars just stomped it out, and was like, nope. Oh, you're second? Nope. Oh, you're third? Nope. Oh, you're fourth? Because like I really like I love the Warheads, and I love the 601 Blue. I really like the Connecticut that I smoked, the Knuckle Sandwich Connecticut. That one was really, really good.
That's really enjoyed that. I actually didn't like.
Really?
Yeah.
And I like the La Bambas.
Okay. Here's another opinion on that. In terms of you smoke a cigar that you used to like it a lot, and then when you smoke another one, you didn't like it. Obviously, how many cigars you smoke that day is gonna matter, right? But I want to also remind people that your memory likes to trick you. When you're happy, everything is good, unicorn, dog flying, and everything.
Yeah.
Right. And when you're not so happy, when you're stressed, or tired, it's gonna give you a different set of experience. And here's the thing: year to year, cigars are actually not the same. All right. Every year you get a different crop. They had to tweak it a little bit. It could depend on the crop, how the year was. They tweak it a little bit. So sometimes it's close, but it's not gonna give you that same experience of what you remember. Because you might smoke it when they had the best crop, right?
Yeah.
And you might smoke it the next one that might came from a mediocre crop from a year that's like, really rainy or whatever, right? So I would say don't think of that as a letdown. If you remember that cigar to be really, really good, just call it a bad one. Just like as if you got a
Yeah.
cigar that's plugged. It does
Yeah.
happen,
Sure.
and if you had a bad one, I can honestly say then you can look for the next one. The next time you smoke it, when it's in the
Yeah.
perfect condition, it's gonna taste better.
One is so like I don't think you went there while we were down there, but I went to Titan de Bronze
We
when
went
I
there
was
after
down.
you guys.
Okay. Tony, I love their cigars. I really like their cigars.
My review of that, I think the cigar is only okay, but that could be just me. So,
Yeah. Which ones you smoke?
um, the one with the gold band that's long, I don't
Okay.
remember the name off the top of my head right now.
Okay. I didn't smoke that. I smoked the blue and the red one.
It was a gold band for sure. Let's see if I can.
Yeah, I smoked the My Way and the Redemption.
So, if I look it up, my video pile of videos, I should be able to tell you what it
Yeah,
is.
Tony, hold it down for a second.
Da na da na da na da 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 da. Da 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 da. So I looked it up. It's just called Portuguese Al Titan de Bronze. So I guess it's Al Titan de Bronze. Now we have the host walked away. What kind of show is this, guys? What kind of show is this, guys? Where the host walk away twice? Walked away twice. Just leave his guest right here. Jeez. Jeez. How funny would it be if I walk away too? How funny would that be? Where did he go? All right, guess everybody. Right now is the time for you to guess. Did he win number one or did he win number two? Did he win number one or number two? Put it in the comment. Did the host win number one or number two? Or number three? Or number three? Wait a minute. Eric didn't post what he smoked today. Number one. Eric, what did you smoke today? I didn't see you post what you smoked today. What's the beautiful smoke picture? Number one. Number one. So he should be back in right now. Here we go.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Nah, my acid reflux got me.
Oh, we thought you were number one or number two. We were guessing which one.
Yeah, my acid reflux got the best of me. Definitely not
Happens.
number two.
El
Yeah,
Mio guessed it number 2. So
yeah. Oh, Tony, you froze. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, now you're good. So I smoked the My Way, and then they had these 3-pack bundles that were like mess ups from the rollers, but they
okay.
were the more expensive brands, so they keep those ones in front, and they
All
sell
right.
those ones for like a much cheaper price.
So while you're gone, yeah, the one I smoke is the Portuguese Al Titan de Bronze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't chuck so much water.
Now, I have to try to keep this thing down, man. But you know what? Like, I think I know what it is. I think when I have like, if I have, and this is sad because I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to give up having cream in my coffee.
Don't. Why are you putting cream on your coffee anyway?
Well, I like my coffee light and sweet, man.
That's not how it works. It's really bad
Oh
for your
my god.
stomach.
Yeah. So like as you can see, it is. So now I just have to have my coffee regular,
Yeah, you can
just
learn
straight
how to
black.
drink coffee from, Eric. Come on, man. Iced
Oh,
coffee,
just
4 espresso shots.
four.
Let's go.
No. Get it right. 5 espresso shots. You gotta
No,
get it
no, no,
right.
no, no. It's one Americano with 4 shots.
Oh my gosh. Yo, that was priceless. That was priceless. The waitress face when Eric said, "Yeah, can I get a coffee with five espresso shots?"
Yeah.
And she was like, "You're gonna die."
Yeah. Every one of them is like, you're gonna
Yeah,
die.
yeah,
Can I just give you a double shot? And when you're done with that, I'll give you another double shot. And he's like,
exactly.
no, no, just bring them all together. And he would like start chucking it down.
Oh my god.
This is why he's always so hyper. He's
Yeah,
always so crazy because he drinks
yeah.
that much coffee. He can't even think anymore. He's just like, bro, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, exactly.
Gotta drink it, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and one line that I smoked a lot of when I was down there that I don't have access to when I go to I smoked a lot of Arturo Fuente stuff when I was down there, and it was like, and for the prices, it's really good.
I'm surprised. I never had problem getting regular A Fuente stuff. A Fuente stuff is pretty much everywhere.
Well,
Uh,
at my shop we don't sell it.
well, yeah. Stop going to that shop. That just tells you that shop sucks.
Haterade, but now like the one I was looking for was the I think it's the 858.
A58.
Yeah, the it's the 858. But yeah, of course, like if you go to the end of the shop, you can pretty much get it anywhere. So
Yeah, if you gotta go to a shop, right? They should have a balance of everything, right? They have a house blend, they
Mhm.
have low end, they have mid end, and they have top end, right? The
Yeah.
Davidoff and the A Fuente, those are the top ends. You gotta have at least those. If you don't have those, walk the fuck out that door and go to the next shop.
Mhm. So we had a question for you, Tony. Did you try any of the Nestor Madrid? Well, you can read better than I can, Tony.
Miranda? No, I
Yeah.
did not. So when I was
Is that
down
is
there,
now, is their shop based? Are they based out in Miami, Italy?
like you gotta keep in mind when I go to places, I tend to go to Davidoff's, I tend to go to shop that everybody's at, and then end up getting, you know, uh some cigar in the $40 and up price range. So
Oh, so how was so did you smoke any more of those pepines? The $40 pepines?
I smoked one. I still have one more over here.
Okay. So you didn't buy a box of it.
Oh, not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna grab it. So there we go.
Mm.
This is the one. So we haven't oh, that's the one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, because apparently no, wait, Eric, are you talking to Anderson or talking to me? The one that says too strong, Nestor. I don't think I reviewed a Nestor. So, anyways, so yeah, this cigar it tastes pretty good, but
Oh
it's
yeah, with the hat, Tony. He said.
oh, I haven't smoked that one yet.
Okay.
With the hat, I still haven't smoked that one yet. So yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Did I? Yeah, I have not tried it yet. But yeah, this cigar, $40. I'm still trying to justify it, because it's $40 cigar, and I feel like this is really a maybe $20 to $30 cigar for the experience,
Mm-hmm.
and the rest will have to be the box. But and the box is really good. It's paper box and then velvet and then box, right? So it's
Okay. Yeah. So.
it's a big decision because a box of that is $800.
Mm,
So you have to make that decision what you got to do with it because $800 you could buy a lot of cigars.
yeah. Yes, you can. You know what? Like $800 can pretty much, if you do it right, can get you about a good. Well, if you're buying $10 cigars, it can get you about a good 4 or 5 month supply of cigars.
Right. So you don't want to go blow that budget. You're
Yeah.
waiting, like I'm waiting for me to kind of get over that excitement from Miami a little bit, calm down a little bit more, and then have this cigar one more time. Then I can decide whether or not I want that box. You know.
So he said that it's Miami Cigar Company.
Yeah, it's definitely not a cigar I bought. So if
Yeah.
Eric sent me one, and I said it's too strong, I might have smoked it. It didn't uh, give me an impression. And I'm literally staring at my list of cigar that I reviewed recently. It's not one of them, so I'm pretty sure I haven't reviewed it yet. I might have smoked it in the past. Unless I saw the cigar, I wouldn't recognize it all that much because it didn't give me that impression. Other than it might be strong.
You know, I feel like, honestly, Tony, I feel like we could have did a week in Miami. Because the only reason I say that is there's so many factories there that we could have tried that we could have tried to do from them to Padron, because we passed the Padron factory. We could have went there. We could have went to Luciano cigars. Like it's like 50 million cigar companies down there.
Let me put it in perspective. Are you tired when you get back?
Oh no, we're exhausted.
Yeah,
But
you want to go for a week of that? We did 5
yeah.
days, and we're like dead, right? Yeah,
Well, you
some
did
people did
you did
arrive
5 days.
early, right?
I did 3 days. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
3 days.
So Martin, like Eric, they all went early. They're like 6 days in there, right? And this is really tiring for people who went 5 days already. So imagine trying to go there for a week and just smoke for a week. It'll take a long time to recover, right? Like every time we did the events, we only did like 3 days because 3 days smoking 30, 40 cigars is a lot of cigar.
You know what's pretty funny is that the fact that, like, because Tampa has just as many shops as Miami. So like, probably 2027 we can probably schedule Tampa for our next destination. But
I mean it's a possibility. But I also want to say this though, even though there's a lot of cigar shop, the selections are very repetitive.
yeah,
Right. So it's just experiencing where you are and who you're meeting with. It's not necessarily how many shops that you had to go to because we went to plenty of shops. Like we went to 2 different Neptune cigars and we didn't find anything that we want to buy really.
So and they have, and down in Tampa they have the Cathedral, which you've been to, but they also have the Davidoff Tampa, which is like, from what I hear is probably one of their top like 3 shops that they've made.
I wouldn't be surprised, but like right now, we went to Davidoff shop and they pretty much run out of stock inventory.
Yeah.
So
Well, Davidoff is it's very, very, very hard because you know, like the name itself. When you hear Davidoff, people know that it's gonna be consistent. Like you pretty much know what you're getting. It's like a Padron. Like I always wondered why Padron just never comes out with anything.
then I
And
have to.
yeah, exactly. And we were talking to Lewis about that. And Lewis was like, it's not fair for smaller brands because they're always asking him, you know, what do you make? What are you making that's new? You know, like what are you coming out with that's new? And he's like, they don't ask like the Godfather companies, oh, what are you working on? So they never ask a Davidoff like I believe if Davidoff didn't come out with anything for a year, like any of the yearly of like Year of the Tiger stuff like that, people will be like, all right, whatever. We know what they have. I feel like certain companies can get away with that,
But you
but
gotta
for
understand, Davidoff's portfolios are very big too.
no, it's super super big.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, when you ask Lewis, Lewis have like what, 5, 6 different things with minus the sizing, of course,
yeah,
right? So when you do a Davidoff, they have like 20, 25 different blend. And they have so many blend that they have to re-release their Vault collection, which is whatever that blend they had before, and re-release them
so
because they have so much of those.
yeah,
So
so like
technically, they also went through a period of time where they release new thing, new
yeah,
thing, new thing, new thing, new
and
things.
yeah,
And now it's even harder because they no longer have the exclusive
yeah.
farm that produce their tobacco.
Right. So my question also about that is, well, it's like Placencia. Like, did Placencia come out with anything new in the last like 2 years?
Yeah, Atafal, that's new.
Okay. And Opus came out with the Big Pink. That's like the new Opus for this year, right?
Well, this Opus has all the a blue one that I don't know the name of. I'm not really an Opus fan, but they
Yeah,
release
that's
something every year too.
Hey Eric, what's the new Opus cigar? Because we know you know.
So if you think about it, every brand is coming out with something. It's just
Yeah,
that you don't ask the big brand more often because it's out of your price range.
yeah. True. Very true. Very, very true. Good point.
Like when's the last time somebody go ask Gurkha? Gurkha have something new all the time. They have $1 million cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Who bothered to go ask? It's out of your price
Yeah.
range, and their cigar sucks. So you're
Exactly.
not gonna smoke it anyway. So
Yeah.
I think it's a praise when you ask, oh, are you working on something new? That's a praise because I'm looking forward to see what else you got. I think that's a good thing. 25th anniversary.
Mm,
That's what Eric said.
yeah. So Eric wants to crash the live.
You can crash the live. I don't care. It's your show.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll let him come up. I'll let him come up. You know, I think that when you're dealing with such like the cigar industry is so crazy because if like I feel like brands like Foundation and Saka they can just chill like and not have to have that pressure of keep coming out with new stuff because the stuff they have already works.
That's not true. Saka has a new stuff too. The $200
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. No,
uniform.
I know. No, I know that. I know that. I was just saying, like, they can actually, like, if they wanted to, they can probably,
They can.
not have.
They still quite try to generate buzz, right? Just like
Yeah.
that year,
True.
uh,
Very true.
you know, Brule came out. After
Yeah.
Brule came out, more other stuff came out. After that came out, more stuff came out.
You know what? I think.
Different sizes, different blend.
Yeah. I think that's the one thing that's their way of creating buzz is come out with new cigars because if you try because like all right I'll try this one let me try one of their old brands too.
Yeah. So I think it's a misconception, right? It's
Yeah.
what you don't see, right?
Yeah.
Like the big brands, they don't really have to be in the public. They don't really do any advertising, so they don't really
Mhm.
come out and have that question answered, and people don't get to ask what they're coming out with. But
You
when they
know,
do, it's a big news.
what's kind of crazy is Caldwell came out with I think not Caldwell Crownhead came out with I think 4 cigars this year, 3 4 cigars this year alone. It came out with 3 last year.
Yeah, and then like the look, and it's like a crossover too, right? It's like
Yeah,
their brand and then sub brand that has like
yeah.
swap. Yeah,
Well, and you know me. I smoke a lot of Crown Head. I smoke a lot of Crown
that's
Head.
because you're a beginner smoker. You just go smoke into the hype.
No, 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 no.
No,
Like
they
they
make it
had
look good.
they
I mean, and when you look at the PCA and TPE or the TPA, um, they have a lot that's released that's been being announced, right? So I feel like
yeah.
every cigar company has something a little bit every year. If you look at the release schedule for the year, every cigar company has came out something, whether or not it's a brand new blend or a different size. Technically, different size is a different blend too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they do come up with something. And when people ask those, like I said, when people ask, it's because they have the opportunity. So when you are some owner that is very connected with the public, you got to hear that all the time. When you are not, you're not gonna hear it all the time. For example, when's the last time you talked to the Padrone's owner?
Yeah, very true.
Right? Who's the owner of
Very,
Opus
very true.
6?
Arturo Fuente.
Right. I mean, Arturo Fuente is part of it, but who is the one that's actually handling Opus 6 and Opus 6 only?
I don't know. Well, isn't that Prometheus?
Prometheus is the God of Fire, right? So, but the thing is that you don't get to talk to them. You never see them.
No. Yeah.
So you never get to ask them. Like, Eric, what's the next cigar you're working on?
The next cigar I'm working on,
Yeah.
Project Double A.
See, I get to ask him because he's here.
Yeah.
I get to talk to him, so that works.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, you don't. Right? You have to be someone that's connected with people, a brand that talks to people. Then you can ask.
Yeah.
If you're owner that never comes out and say anything, he only shows up in the trade shows, you never get a chance to ask.
Mm-hmm. Well, Eric, you were fine there.
Okay.
Just get that Mahomes bullshit out the background.
Oh, don't be mad because your Cowboy gonna lose this week.
Yo, listen.
Let's not start with sports. Wow.
No, don't worry. Some viewers gonna pop out of nowhere. Fuck them Cowboys.
Yeah, it's sports. Oh my god.
Yeah, because you're them boys. We're them boys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Eric, what was your favorite experiences down in Miami?
Meeting everybody, give everybody like a real hug. The
Mhm.
cigars and every other stuff that happened is an extra for me. It's just extra points. But meeting the people, hanging out with the people, spending time. No, that's
Oh
it.
my! See that this is why me and Quakes always got beef. This is why me and Quakes always got beef. I knew there was 50 million things I didn't like about Quakes, but this is adds a little sprinkle on top. Fuck them Niners.
This is why I don't bring sports into this.
Yeah, I know. So the funny thing is that when I went to Georgia, I met Eric. It's crazy because I actually met Eric before you did, Tony.
Yeah, because Eric decided to ditch me.
Yeah,
I didn't decide to ditch you because I couldn't make it.
That's called deciding to ditch you.
Eric came to a party where he was the only Asian person there.
That was below the bell punch, man.
No, like because
let's make him stand out and won't even and let's not even tell him that he's wearing the wrong clothes.
Like he didn't read the flyer.
You send the flyer 5 minutes before it starts?
Yeah, but that was but anytime I see Eric, it's always a good time, man. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Like and that's the thing. It's like when you hang with people from the league, you hang with family.
Yeah, and I think that's different from other group. Really, I really
Yeah.
do believe it. Other people can say, no, our group is the same way, or their group is the same way. But I only focus on my group, right? So my group
Yeah.
is this way, and that's how it is.
Well, and also too, like it's like every night we get online with each other every single day, and it's the same group, and it's like the same group of people that come on, and like everybody is pretty much like they have their time slot. So the 9 o'clock crew got their crew, and then you have you know the AAR. First of all, the AARP group got 2 slots. They're
Right.
like the more
AAFRP.
they're
The retirees, the old people.
yeah, the retire. Like Val and Jeff, like Val, Jeff, and James are on so they're on it at like 9 a.m. and then they hop back on at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, because it's their night, and then all of a sudden overnight in the morning, right? They start
Yeah,
again in the morning.
yeah.
But like
Oh,
I was wondering where Val was
yo,
at. I
he's
was
snooping.
wondering where Val was at
He's
because
here's
snooping.
the thing, though.
Val was there quiet the whole time.
Yeah, he's snooping.
Yeah,
Here's the
for
thing:
real.
if
Watching in the shadows.
in any parallel world we decided to all move in the same community
Yeah.
as neighbors, nothing
Yeah.
will change. We'll feel just
At
as
all.
normal.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. The same shit.
Not. I would tell I would go and just make it points against Quakes all day and be like, yo, his car. I think that's a stolen car, and just have the cops going to his house all the time.
No, he's just gonna. I'll take you to visit his work area.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll find a way to take you to his work area. Let me show you my work a little bit.
Exactly.
Slam that cell on you real quick.
Mhm.
Like, why don't you visit this little room? Go in there. Calm.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It's called the European Council.
It's not
No.
really European Council because Val, you're in Chicago. That's not Europe.
Yeah. Well, I
And
think
Albert's in Texas. That's not Europe either. You're only 50. You're less than 50% in Europe. There goes math.
yeah. I think Val is like, listen, like you gonna go and put some respect on our clique's name. Like instead of calling us the AARP crew, you gonna put some respect on us.
ARP.
Yeah.
Well, are they all qualified to be ARP? Yeah, maybe. Maybe they all qualify.
Nah, I
65,
think
right?
so. Yeah. They
Oh, so now only Val is because I think Jeff is like 60.
Oh, they're not even qualified for AARP. No, you can't call them AARP now. All right, the International Council. But
No,
isn't all the
no.
council International Council?
Okay,
Kinda?
all right. We can get with that. Or know what we call them the grumpy old men.
Well, we can just stick with tribal
You know-
council.
Yeah, get off our lawn.
No, mow it before you go.
Yeah. Val's gonna be like, give me the link.
I'm gonna get on there. Get on my kill them.
Yeah, Val's gonna hop up on here and start tearing us a new one.
ARP started at 55. Okay, all right.
Yep, nope. It just went back from the International Council to the AARP crew.
I thought it was 65 because every time they send me a letter, I don't know why. The age on there is 65. And I was like, why am I receiving this kind of
It's telling you getting close. That's
Mhm.
why you're getting close, homeboy.
Hey, I'm 115 10 times over. Thanks to the century eggs.
Mhm.
Every time I eat one, I gain another century.
Oh, listen, that fucking century egg is, that's fucking disgusting, man.
It's great.
I don't think it's that bad.
You gotta listen to Tony. It's great.
Yeah, and like I wish I would have had a chance to just to drive through South Beach.
Me and Tony were
It's very
planning on.
touristy. It's very touristy over there.
It is, but I'm a tourist, and I want to do some sightseeing.
I don't know. I didn't see you in swimming suits, so
But see, but the difference is you guys are married, so it's a little different. For me, I could just pull
okay.
some
All right. Let's first fix this, okay? Number one, you're not Val. You don't get away with it for staring, okay? He's the only one that should be over there because he gets to,
Hey, listen, I can listen. I can go borrow Val's cane, and I could borrow Val's cane and put the glasses on and just tell Rick to stay with Val as I go and moses around like.
They look at you, they're like, that guy is guilty as hell.
Yeah.
And I gotta remind everybody, we don't have bail money for the Legion.
Yeah, true.
If you're going in, you're staying there. And we just send Quick over there with you.
Yeah.
Quick, take care of him. He's gonna be there the next 36 months.
Yeah. Man, but it was like, yeah, man, it was really good, like to see Val and get and just Val's better. I'm sorry, Val's better in person, than through the Discord, because Val goes up, he goes, listen, spot him out. He goes 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 3 o'clock. All right, military time.
I don't even know how he can do that because I thought he can only see 11 o'clock.
That's why
some sort of radar going on.
Yeah, he has the full radar. He goes just give it on the clock. I know where to go.
Val know how to enjoy his benefits.
Oh yeah, Val take advantage of that for sure.
You know what? I would say this. You know who was really a lot cooler in person was Rob.
Rob?
Yeah,
Rob was super chill. Yeah, Rob was super chill.
Rob was so chill, man. Rob was really good to hang out with.
Yeah, Rob was super chill.
Well, first of all, like I knew Josh and Mary were going to be a party, so like when I seen them, I was like, oh yeah, it's about to get turned up in here.
All right, Eric, I can't say you're chill, man. You're like on fire, 200 degrees at the same time. You're not chill.
I make you laugh though. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean you cannot be chill. Like there's not one moment where he's driving, he's just calm. He's like, what the fuck? They're not moving. Ha, fucking loser!
No. Listen. Drive with Martine was so, and I hope Martine is on. Drive with Martine. I had to go and sneak off with James and Rob because I was like, you know what, like let me go and take a break, from going 80 miles per hour in a 20. let me go over here with Rob.
We were right next to him. He like freaking spin the tire out of nowhere. You think the rental is like, initial D Fast and Furious 15 times from the space, some shit. You know?
Martin is like a real life Gran Turismo.
He just goes out and drag people out and go in their car driving. Drive to the corner, see if there's any hookers.
Yeah. Like I was like, you know what? Like I'm gonna ride with you guys.
Yeah.
But man, so
Arrow's crazier. Like he does not stop zooming. So he's zoom. Have you watched what's that?
But here's the funny thing. Eric was smoking me and my brother to the Arturo Fuente lounge. No, not the lounge, to the food place. And we ended up getting at the same time.
Like if you watch the movie was it Cars? With Lightning McQueen?
Lightning McQueen.
Yeah, you see that? Sking. That's why how he drives.
Yeah.
Yo, my girl was like, she was like, "Do you notice they put a seatbelt in the back seat?"
You know what? I will say this, and like I feel like you guys' wives balance you so well because Eric is like super energy, and his wife is so calm and chill. she's like super calm and chill, you know. And then Tony, like, you know what? She's very she's very talkative.
Well, you're saying that
Like
I'm not talkative?
you are, you are, you are.
He's
But
very
it's like it's like
talkative.
it's like a perfect yin and yang.
How can that be yin and
You
yang
know.
if me and my wife were the same? She's very talkative. I'm talkative too.
Well, it's a different type of talkative. Different type.
Okay.
I understand me because my girl is very chill. I'm just over
Yeah.
fucking. I'm
Yeah,
all
my wife
yeah.
will talk all
You know-
day.
You know what? Eric is like he's like Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, because Eric is like always like 100 miles per hour.
well for our special.
Yeah, because we have that much espresso. He better be 100 miles an hour.
Oh man,
Dude, I drink so much espresso that
you know what?
I get so hyper that I died at night. Like when I lay down, I'm dead.
Crashed.
You know what? That should be a challenge for the Legion. Do the Eric
What?
challenge. You have to drink five espressos in one sitting.
You can drink 5 espressos. That's fine. But after that,
Yeah.
either you crash or you start to shake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it starts jittering.
Or you start humping the wall, either one.
Yeah.
It goes really well with
Oh,
the cigar,
man.
you know.
It does, but
Yeah.
espresso, 5 shots, 1 sitting, twice a day, 3 times a day. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's dude, your heart is like, give me a
Dude.
break.
5 espresso when I went to breakfast. I mean 4 espresso with a freaking coffee for breakfast with Tony. Then I go to the lounge with you guys. I drink more espresso. I didn't even take a break. I didn't even take a break from it.
That caffeine has created a whole community in your body. They don't even
Yo,
leave.
for real.
They just stay there.
Probably.
Know what the funny thing is? I think if Eric went like a day without his espresso shots, he'll be sitting like, I need espresso. I need it.
I
need it.
get headaches if I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, he have a withdrawal symptom if he doesn't have caffeine. Yeah,
I
we
get
walk
headaches.
all the way through the rain for some coffee.
Yeah.
So how many Cokes do you have a day, Eric?
Coke? I don't really drink Coke
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
I drink one soda a day.
Oh.
How many? I think majority of the time we're either bourbon or coffee or tea.
Yeah.
We don't even drink soda. We don't even drink soda.
Yeah. We don't even drink soda in Miami at all.
Why would you waste your limited amount of bladder space with soda?
Right?
You're at a bar. It wouldn't make sense. You gotta put the best thing in your stomach because you only have 5 days.
Yeah. So, I don't know how, but we're gonna find a way for you not to eat your motherfucking steaks. Well done, Eric.
That's not gonna happen.
Dude, listen, Eric, I'm black and I don't even eat my damn steaks well done.
Oh damn, bro! Go back to your fried chicken.
Yeah, hey, see, like they might have one down there in Athens. You ever heard of Jollibee?
No.
They taste like shit.
You know what? Coming from you, it's like okay. Coming from you is different. Like because you have like the professional, like seared,
No,
made
but
with
there's
golden
plenty of other
flour
places that
fried
has
chicken.
better stuff than Jollibee.
Nah, Jollibee's is my spot, man. I love me some Jollibee. Yo, do you know that the line at American Dreams, the mall in New Jersey?
I don't even go there.
Oh, you never been?
No.
So the line inside there is like 45 minutes long for Jollibee.
You see, the
It
thing
has
is,
to
like, when I see that kind of line, I walk away.
Yeah, I don't wait in line for that shit.
And so like you have to order ahead of time.
No, we go to a place where we just walk in, full please, and walk right in.
Yeah.
And the funny thing too is
that
that the line is all Asian people.
Yeah, they're probably tourists.
Like
yeah, they don't know what's better.
The thing is,
Yeah,
like,
they just-
tell them.
they-
Hold up. There you go, Eric.
Steak well done is for toddlers.
why don't you suck it, Ethan?
Here, I don't even eat chicken well done. I don't even eat chicken well done.
That's nasty. You're gonna get freaking what does disease call? What's that?
Oh, hold
Salmonella?
on. Oh, hey,
You don't get salmonella
yo.
if the chicken was stored correctly.
Ew. No. You're gonna get it no
First
matter
of all,
what.
and also
No.
like if you go and you rinse your chicken in vinegar, like before you cook it, if you wash it in vinegar, it takes that away.
No, salmonella it actually had to do with the storage bacteria.
Yeah.
So if you know food safety, you can actually eat chicken raw. In fact, in Japan, you can eat chicken sashimi.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
God
That-
damn.
that's
At one point, this Japanese restaurant in Massachusetts serves raw chicken meatballs.
Yeah, you say at one point.
Oh.
At one point, right?
At one point, they closed.
Exactly.
They closed. Not because people got sick. It's because we actually don't allow people to serve raw chicken in the U.S.
It's not allowed. It's like there's a reason for it.
Yeah, but there's a reason that we can eat sushi and stuff, raw stuff, and still alive thousands of years later.
I don't eat raw fish, so I don't know.
I think the problem with chicken is the chicken is so processed here, and there's so much bullshit that goes on with the chicken that it has to be cooked to get all that extra shit that's on it off of it.
No, the problem in the U.S. is that the U.S. chicken are delivered frozen, and that liquid after they thaw is what breed the bacteria for salmonella. So
I don't care if it's live
fresh
chicken.
it'll be fine.
No, hell no, I'm still not doing it.
You can get fresh farm chicken that's killed the same day. You can eat it raw, no issue.
Fuck that.
You can also eat shrimp raw.
Oh wait,
it's so shrimpy, when it's raw.
No. There's a specific type of shrimp called the sweet shrimp or botan ebi. Botan ebi, it has this distinct sweetness to it that if you eat it, if you eat it raw. So that's also you can find that on sushi. It's expensive over here, but you can eat it raw.
No, I'm not eating nothing raw. Screw you guys, man.
Why you eat your cucumber cooked? You just say you won't eat anything raw, so you eat your cucumber cooked.
Yeah, I cook my zucchini. Yes.
Zucchini is a cucumber.
Same family.
Get him, Tony.
Same family.
They're definitely not the same family.
The same family, bro.
Well, they're both vegetables. Congratulations,
Yeah,
you got it.
Thank you.
But you don't put it. You can eat zucchini cooked too. I mean, raw too.
Yeah, I know, but you don't do that. Who the hell does that?
I do that. Vegetable is best for you when it's raw. Cook all the vitamins away. Why would you do that?
That's not what my girl. The best thing raw for her is.
She enjoyed the beef.
Oh, come on, Eric.
I love you guys.
You're lucky she's sleeping because she's gonna throw things at you.
Yeah, for real.
How you know she's sleeping? Huh?
Well, either she's sleeping or she's packing. Either one of them.
No, she packed earlier today, and
yeah, that's why I say you're lucky. It's all packed away. Where else it will be out of your head right now?
So when are you leaving, Eric?
I'm leaving on the 11th or 10th. 10th or 11th, one of them.
Wow, I can't believe it, man. Like, and I'm coming down to Atlanta in November. That sucks.
We already decided a date to go, so
I already told you that I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, no, I know. Hey, that's why I call you a gypsy, man. Next thing you know, you're gonna be like, "Yo, I'm moving to Jersey."
Bro,
not gonna happen.
I'm not going to up north. Fuck that. But America is my home, man. I go anywhere the fuck I want.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's gonna be like, "Yo, Eric, where you at? Oh, I'm in South Dakota."
Why would he go there? There's like nothing there.
Why would I go there?
He's like, yo, I saved enough money. I'm gonna open my own nail shop, but we decided on North Dakota.
I don't think he will do that. I do like about Eric. He does what he wants.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
He can do what he wants until his neighbors start coming out and complain about it.
Oh, so Eric, so did you found the house out there or an apartment?
I found a duplex.
Okay, so like, well, the only issue, well, it's Texas, so you should be able to smoke with no problem.
Oh, I already talked to my landlord about it,
Nice.
and he said I can't get my deposit back.
That's fine. Take it, keep it.
That's what I tell him. I'm like, you can keep it, boy.
No, for real.
Well, if that's all you had to deal with, then you make sure to smoke everywhere, like me. Put some cigars in your bathroom. Get ready.
Oh yeah, I have like, I think I have like maybe 3 bathrooms. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't.
Well,
Yeah. Save one bathroom just for those times when you had to do live and you got to go number 2, but you had to smoke at the same time.
hey, so the word on the street is that you and Martine had to do a resize up, and you both had to take your shoes off when you guys see who's taller.
When the hell where's the word? You making up these words?
Hey, I'm just because you
Yeah,
had like
okay.
apparently
First of
you
all,
had an intro on Martine.
no. First of all, like I don't really give a damn who's taller. Just Martine, he give a damn. I don't know why. It's bugging him for some reason. It's like he obsessed to be taller than me or some shit. But then find out he's like a hair below me. I'd be like, ha! Just like when fucking Tony in a hotel, 24th floor. Shut up. I'm on 29th.
Got a bigger room. Shut up. I got a bigger top too. Shut up.
Hey, you
Shut
know
up.
what? Like
All
I
that
would say
bigger
this.
stuff, but he's still below me.
They took care of me at the Hyatt. She was like, oh, where do you work at? I was like, oh, I work at this hotel. She's like, oh, okay. I'm gonna upgrade you to this right here. I was like, I get a double bed. She's like, all right, well, I'll put you on the 24th on the last floor. So like me and Brian had like this amazing view of Miami.
The only one I used the balcony was my wife. I didn't even sit out there for 1 minute.
Wait,
Here's the funny thing. So
you didn't go
it
out there
had
at all?
so the hotel had a balcony, but we couldn't open the damn screen door.
We got
What?
2 balcony. I didn't even use either one of them.
Dude,
Wow.
I sit in my balcony every time I finish taking a shower. I just sit out there naked.
Oh,
What? Say that again?
I sit in the balcony on the balcony naked every time I finish taking a shower.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm too busy being my big tub. So with the jacuzzi bubbles and salt.
But I still look down though. That's funny, right?
You don't see me.
oh shit.
We're not even the same side. You're at the other side.
But all I know
Oh,
is
man.
every time we go in the elevator, 23rd, 29th, 23rd, 29th.
Yep. I get to the lobby faster.
Oh shit.
Great
All right,
for
well,
you.
we're 2 hours in. I'm gonna end it here. I want to thank Tony for coming up. On such last minute notice for him to decide to come on the podcast today to talk about our trip to Miami. I also want to thank Eric for coming up and crashing the party.
I didn't really crash it.
He's
I'm a good guy. I'm a good
he's
guy.
a party crasher. So in the words of Tony, well, you don't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. So now you go to tribal. So guys, you know where to go. I'll see you guys in the tribal.
No, that's not how Tony do it. Tony like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so guys, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it. And you know the vibes already. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Big Guilty Cigar Podcast. Until next time. Peace.